So last night, after nearly losing the drone, I lost a lot of sleep. I made this video and posted it, but I wanted to kind of recap what I've learned and what I noticed something as I was playing back the flight log information on the iPad this morning. So to recap, my friend and I went down to the ferry building. We took off from this piece of concrete. Now, one of the things I learned about was that a lot of times concrete has rebar in it. Oh, somebody's paging me. A lot of times they have rebar in it, and the rebar can screw with the onboard compass. And that's what I found out. I also want to point out that at the beginning of my flight, I took off from literally like right here. At the beginning of the flight, I was right here pointing at the water. But look at the flight log information here. This is off the iPad. You can see the helicopter, the arrow points the way the helicopter was pointing at the time, allegedly. And the green haze is the field of view of the camera. So right from the beginning, the helicopter thinks it's pointing a different direction, and that's going to play in to a lot of the mishaps here. It's also important to remember that, here's the joystick information. Now the helicopter is going to go up, and it's going to start this crazy arc here, and through most of that arc, this is the joystick that would move it left and right and forward and back. I'm not touching this through most of it. I do on occasion, and that's operator error. So as I start to take off here, you can see this joystick pulls down, right? Or actually pushes up. That means go up. But you see I'm pointing at the water, and the helicopter's not pointing at the water. Bad. Okay, keep going. I go up, and right here, it starts to drift. Okay, see, it's starting to pull off the point where it took off, and you can see it in the picture, but you'll notice I did not touch the forward, back, or left or right. Okay, weird. So it's drifting, it's drifting. This is the first time I turn the helicopter. This means turn to the left. Now you can see it's backing up here, and I have yet to touch this joystick, which would normally account for all of this arcing. Okay, so I'm gonna go up. It spins. Now I'm pulling it. So at this point, I see it going toward the water. Okay, and in actuality, although it's traveling toward the water, it's pointing north. And what I want to do, I see it heading toward the water. I'm going to play a little more here. See, it's heading toward the water, heading toward the water. I'm pulling the joystick to the left to say, no, come back over the concrete, come back over the sidewalk here. I want to put it down. It says it's pointing to the northeast here, but visually, it's actually looking toward the north. So the compass is clearly, the IMU is clearly not calibrated. And I guess it got thrown out of calibration by the concrete in that big block of cheese here, this big block of, not cheese, it's concrete. So now at this point, I'm trying to pull it back over the ground. And now that it's over land again, you can see I'm saying, just come down. I don't like the way you're behaving. Just come down. So I'm actually doing the right thing at this point. I'm going to keep playing, but it's still drifting. It's still drifting, and I am not doing anything to make it move forward, back, left, or right. It's still drifting. Weird. And now I'm trying to pull it back. You can see I'm facing forward, and I'm saying, and it's also starting to head down the street. And I'm saying, no, come back toward me and come back over the sidewalk. Come back toward me, come back over the sidewalk. By the way, it's late here. There's almost nobody out. And now I'm saying, okay, fine, come down, come down, come down. It's over the road because it's acting completely bonkers here. Okay, so now it comes down, and now I go into panic mode. So right here, you'll see me hit both sticks on, and they come, and I'm pulling down, and I'm just, at this point, this is total operator error. I'm saying come down, and I start pulling both sticks down. I'm only like 3 feet off the ground. As soon as it hits the ground, because I'm pulling the helicopter saying come backwards, and again, it's pointing the wrong direction here. I'm pointing straight up the street. Because I'm saying come backwards, as soon as the skids hit the asphalt, and it has a command that says go backwards, the skids are going to get stuck on the asphalt, and that's what caused it to flip over. Because right Here it flips over and it stopped recording. I did not actually hit the stop recording button until I had picked it up and walked back to the curb. So that caused a problem in my file, which I had to address with before I could even export this. So anyway, there's multiple things. There's the concrete issue. There is, which caused the IMU to get out of calibration. What I don't know is if I did calibrate it, would it still be calibrated once it got away from the rebar that's potentially in this concrete? Definitely things I need to learn about. It's very interesting to go back and play through your joystick moves to see where you panicked and what you did right. And I got to say, I think most of it I did okay. I did totally panic at the end there. But if you saw the way it was flying, it was quite scary. So anyway, I hope this helps other people trying to learn how to fly a Phantom 4 and what to look out for. Later.